Hi, Christine at Christine's Craft Table here, and I just wanted to get on and talk about a blanket I just finished. I'm really happy with it, and it is a pattern by Jack's Creations by Jack's, and it was with the campaign for Luck of the Draw 8 for the Boggy Creek Brigade Blanket Drive this year. That is just finishing up. Make sure I get the right side here. That's the back. So here's my completed blanket. I'm really happy with it. I am amazed with this program or game, they call it, how the colors work out. You choose 8, I think it was, 8 colors to begin with, and then they draw a number every week, and that's the color you use for that round of the square, and it's just luck of the draw, and it just works out. I guess it's because you choose 8 colors that would go well together, but I love both blankets that I made and how they came out. But I also wanted to talk about this pattern because it is so easy and it comes out so pretty. I used a combination of yarns. The white is Caron Simply Soft, and I think the Caron Simply Soft really helps the blanket itself to lay flat. There is like no curling or bunching up or anything. Sometimes these squares bunch up in the middle, but as you can see, this one doesn't at all. I mean, it really lies nicely. I like it because it's versatile. You can use this pattern as a scrap buster totally, because every round you can change colors using, you start with your main color. For me it was the white, and then you alternate with your other colors. I also learned on this pattern to do this stacked single crochet in the corners, which make your corners really neat. I really enjoyed doing that. Instead of the first double crochet in a row, I think I am showing you the wrong side. Instead of the first double crochet in a corner, you do a stacked single crochet to keep the stitches in that corner, to do another double crochet and then start your row. And it just comes out really nice and really neat. So I enjoyed learning that stitch. The other yarns I used were, this gray is Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek, which I love. I highly recommend this yarn. It is beautiful to work with. It's the yarns are the chain is very tight, the strands, so you don't get splitting at all. It almost feels more like a rope than a yarn because it's wound so nicely. And then the chocolate color is Red Heart Super Saver. And I found that combining the yarns really helped so that, Super Saver didn't take it over. It is not rough at all, and I have not washed this blanket yet. I use Super Saver for the chocolate and this blue color, which is called Aruba Sea. And those actually both came up twice in this blanket. The chocolate's there, and then in the end I actually ran out of chocolate on the last 3 sides of this last pattern. So one thing I would recommend, if you do Luck of the Draw next time that it comes around, start with full skeins of all your colors. I did not have a full skein of the chocolate. I had already used some of it, and I didn't have a full skein of the Aruba Sea, and I cut it really close on that one because it came up twice. And it also came up in the previous blanket I did. I did 2 blankets on the same game. And I had like less than a yard left. It was really close. Anyway, the red is, I love this yarn, Hobby Lobby. And so yeah, it's all 100% acrylic, and I really like it. The only downside on this pattern, I would say, is sewing in all the ends, but we deal with that with most of our patterns, so no big deal. It's a blanket. You can have ends if you're going to have different colors. What else did I want to say? I think that's it. I love this pattern, so I wanted to do the video and say a little more about it because I'm really thankful that Jax put that together. And the pattern that was used in previous sessions of the game was a rose. The blanket was rose. So Jax took that and made a square out of it so that you could do the giant granny square. And it goes so fast. I did this blanket in 5 days, and that's quick for me. Very quick. It's about 40 by 40. So perfect size for what the Boggy Creek camp desires for the blankets to be. And yeah, I did a single crochet border on the ends. That's it. Anyway, so I hope that was informative and helpful. You can find the pattern on Jax's channel. I'll put a link in the information below just to lead you right to it if you're interested. Thanks for watching.